All right, Algebra 1, we are moving on. We're still in Chapter 6. We're now on Lesson 3, and we are dividing fractions. Our essential question is, can you divide algebraic fractions? Well, just like you learned in middle school, you're still in middle school, but in your middle school math, we have A over B divided by C over D is equal to, notice when I divide, I multiply by the reciprocal. One thing that we're going to have to learn today is we are going to have to factor first if there is anything that's factorable. So let's look at example 1. Example 1 says divide and show answers in simplest form. Notice I have 2p over q divided by 8p over 5q. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to rewrite this with the reciprocal. So notice from here on over, I am going to change to a multiplication, and I'm going to put 5q over 8p. From here I will cancel. P's can cancel, 1 up, 1 down. 2 and 8 can cancel. And q's can cancel. And my answer is 5 over 4. Notice there was nothing here to factor, therefore I did not have to factor first. But we always want to think, now that we've learned how to factor, ooh, there might be things that we could factor. So remember I told you to factor first? Example 2 is where we are going to apply it. Can I factor the top? Yes. I can take out a 5 and I have t minus 2 over t minus 5. Can I factor anything on the right side? No, but I know I can multiply by the reciprocal. So I'm just going to flip these. The t minus 2 will go on top, and the 2 will end up on the bottom. How funny, because I really thought those t minus 2's would cancel out. But you guys know your stuff. Can 5 and 5 cancel out? No, because this one right here is in a binomial, and we want to keep that in a binomial. And I would have liked to think, ooh, these t minus 2's can cancel out, but they can't. So my answer is 5 times t minus 2 quantity squared over 2 times t minus 5. That would have been a lot more fun if it canceled out. All right. Moving on to example 3, notice we have a lot more to factor. So, do you think you could factor anything in the top left? What are the factors of negative 10 that add up to be positive 3? Well, the factors of negative 10 are 1 and 10. This is actually going to subtract. 2 and 5. Well, 2 and 5 would multiply to give me a negative 10 and add to be a positive 3 if I make the 2 negative and the 5 positive. So this will be y minus 2 and y plus 5. On the bottom, can I factor? Yeah, you guys know how to factor that because of the pink sheet. I'm going to zoom in here a little bit so maybe it's a little larger for you on the TV. So I know that this is y plus 4, y minus 4. All right, I'm going to kill 2 birds with 1 stone by flipping this and factoring at the same time. So right here, I'm going to change it to a multiplication. I'm going to put the bottom on top. I think you guys are smart enough to deal with this y plus 4 moving to the top, and you don't have to worry. And the top is going to move to the bottom, but notice I can factor. What can I factor out of 2y minus 4? Good, I can take a 2 out, and I have y minus 2. So now I think you'll see a bunch of things that can cancel out. Y minus 2 and y minus 2. Y plus 4 and y plus 4. And it looks like my final answer, sorry, I meant to have a pen. On the top, I just have y plus 5. And on the bottom, oh, I have a 2. Don't forget that 2, lonely 2 on the outside there, and y minus 4. So this is my whole answer. for example 3. How are y'all doing? Do you see why we have to factor first? Good. All right, let's look at example 4. On this one, there's nothing to factor first, so take a deep breath. We could just relax. A squared over b cannot factor. 2a over b cannot factor. But I am dividing, so I'm going to multiply by the flip. And I'm just going to go ahead and flip this right now. And then remember that this cube can kind of be brought to the b and to the a. So my next line will say a squared over b times 2a over b times b cubed over a cubed. Now personally, I like to combine everything first. So remember, when I multiply, I add the exponents. 2a cubed b cubed. And on the bottom, I have a cubed b squared. And the reason why I like doing that is because now you guys can see, hey, I know where the vinculum is. The vinculum is the fraction bar line. The 2 goes on top. Notice the a's, they so nicely cancel out, so we won't even have the a's. B's, well, they go on top or bottom. They go where the largest exponent is, and it will just be b to the first. So I sometimes will draw my vinculum and then leave it. So I just circle. The answer is 2b. All right, so there are 10 questions here that I would like for you to push pause and work on all 10. So without me being here, we have a little classwork to work on. And you guys can go through the answers at the end. They are in my book. The teacher knows where they are. Great job. Great, great job.